Discover the magic within. Welcome to Wonderful Folktales.
The lobby of Apex Corporation was dripping in so much gold it hurts your eyes to look at it. At the very top sat Arthur Blackwood, a man who really thought he was him. Arthur wasn't just a CEO, he was a corporate god, convinced the sun rose and set on his command. He lived by one rule: power gives you the right to step on anyone you think is invisible. But on this Tuesday morning, destiny placed a yellow mop bucket right in the path of his ego. Arthur tripped, and the silence that followed was heavy. Maria, the young sister on the cleaning crew, rushed over to soak up the mess, but Arthur didn't see a human being. He saw a target. He started barking insults meant to strip her of every last drop of her dignity. He just didn't know Maria wasn't just there to scrub the floors. She was there to scrub her family's name clean, and she was carrying the receipts for his entire empire in her uniform pocket. When she looked up at him, she wasn't shook, she was ready. Before we watch this queen take back what's hers, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a lesson in real justice. Apex Corp was Arthur's kingdom. He stayed bragging about how he built everything from the mud with his own two hands. But while he was strutting through that lobby like he owned the air people were breathing, Maria was playing it cool. She'd been holding on to a 20-year-old secret tucked away on a thumb drive. Arthur was walking tall, not knowing that the invisible girl was the only one who knew his whole life was a lie. The first sign that the house was about to fold was when Arthur caught a glimpse of the scar on Maria's wrist as she gripped her mop. It was a mark he hadn't seen since he was a hungry kid with a cold heart and a plan to cheat his way to the top.
Maria, you looking at this scar and trying to act like you don't know, right, Arthur? But the body don't forget where the pain came from, even if the mind tries to play pretend.
Arthur tried to shrug it off, but that shiver down his spine was real. 20 years ago, he stole the life-changing code from Elena, Maria's mother, and left her in the gutter while he took the clout. He figured the past was buried deep. He was dead wrong.
My mama always told me that the truth ain't ever in a rush. It just waits for the perfect time to show up. And look at us now, right where we need to be.
The lobby was packed with executives looking on. Arthur started sweating under those expensive lights. He tried to double down on the disrespect, hollering for security to get her out of his sight, but Maria didn't move an inch. Go ahead, call whoever you want, but before they drag me out of here, everybody in this building is gonna know that the tech genius can't write a single line of code without stepping on a black woman's back to do it. Maria wasn't there looking for a handout or a sorry. She was there to execute a sentence. She had spent years getting close to the servers, and now Arthur's game of make-believe was coming to a real abrupt end. The climax hit in the boardroom on the 50th floor, right in the middle of a billion-dollar merger. Suddenly, the screen started flickering. Elena's face, the real mind behind the company, popped up on every monitor in the room. Maria walked in, ignoring the suits and the security. All that capping ends today, Arthur. It's all right here. The emails, the forged signatures, and the original code you swore was yours. The whole world is watching you get exposed in 4K. Arthur slumped into his leather chair, looking smaller than he ever had. The investors walked out without even giving him a second look. Nobody wants to be associated with a man who built his life on a fraud. The empire he spent decades building fell apart in less than a minute. You spent your whole life trying to make me feel small, but at the end of the day, you're the one walking away with nothing. Enjoy the silence in this office, 'cause it's the only thing you got left. The fall was brutal. Arthur lost the company, his assets, and his freedom. He was escorted out of the building, the same spot where he tried to clown Maria, but this time he was the one everyone was looking through. A few months later, the sign on the building changed to Elena and Maria Tech. Maria took the CEO chair, but instead of locking the door, she opened it wide. She turned that luxury office into a launch pad for young people who, just like her, had the talent but didn't have the voice. A person's true worth ain't found in the title they hold, but in the character they show when they think nobody's watching. If you know you reap exactly what you sow, drop a like and subscribe to the family.